Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Healthy Habits Club. It's sort of once a month that we do a movement improvement session, but it's become a bit of a thing that we tend to do sit to stands because I don't know. Everyone seems to love them. I do too. I think they're great. I think they're such a brilliant exercise, and for people that either find bodyweight squats or feel like they've got to sort of build leg strength or maybe rehabilitate knees or whatever. There's so many good reasons that, sit to stands are great. And they're, just really inclusive and accessible for the best part. Not always, of course, but for the best part. So, as always, we'll run through just our regular sit to stand. This is a movement improvement session. So the idea is that we sort of start with something. We add we continue doing that something, but with lots of variation. And when we come back to it, the thing that we tried at the start feels better at the end, if that makes sense. Hopefully that's always the goal anyway. But sometimes we might be tired by the end. Of course, we have to factor that in because we've done a few sit stands. But anyway, in the long run, maybe not today, but in the long run, maybe getting in and out of a chair becomes easier, or if it helps with, like I say, all those things I mentioned before, knee pain, leg strength, whatever. Right, so with dumbbells today, so if you've got a set of dumbbells, you can do it body weight. We're going to start with, let's go 5 sit to stands, okay? 5 sit to stands. We're going to kind of come out of our chairs, and we're going to sit into them again. Remember, this is completely subjective. There's no real right or wrong to any of this. You can make them easier or harder. I'll give you a couple of pointers on that. You can have your hands out in front. I actually think that's a little bit easier because your arms act as a bit of a counterbalance. Okay, so if you've got more weight on front and you come up, you feel like you can come forward with a little bit more balance. You can have your hands crossed, okay, and then come up and then go down. And those are the main two. You can have a little rock as well, perhaps. That also helps to get you out. I think the ultimate is to arms crossed and really try and think about focusing on coming out of that chair, just using your legs. That makes you talk like that as well. Okay. And then trying to remain controlled into the chair as well. So as much as it is about coming up, it's about trying to remain really nice and controlled into the chair. There's always that a couple of inches, rest there, a couple of inches right at the end where you kind of just drop back into the chair. So anyway, tons of things to think about there, but try and remember how those first 5 felt. Okay. So when we come back to it at the end, hopefully you can go, there it feels a bit easier. It feels, I can control it a bit more. I can get up a bit quicker. All those types of things. So to begin with, all right, just a light set of dumbbells is fine. Of course you can go heavier. But, pick a set that feels right for you. I've gone for my 3s this morning, which is my middle range of the 3 I usually use. And we're going to, I don't mind if you have a little swing here, but we're going to try and sort of get ourselves up to standing with our dumbbells at our hips. Okay, so from the seated position, if you swing them forward, you might find that kind of gives you a bit of momentum, or you can just hold them at your hips. I'm going to do 5 more here. Regular sort of foot position. All right, feet shoulder width apart. Drive your heels in, and then come up. If you want to swing the arms to get a little bit of momentum out of the chair, that's okay. We'll go for about 5. I'll try and count them. It always gets a bit confusing. That's 10, which I know we've done way more than that already. Okay, rest there. Okay, rest there. Right, a little bit difficult, a little bit trickier. Okay, dumbbells on shoulders. Okay, remember that little tip that I sometimes give in the sessions, in the other sessions, is get the back of the dumbbell on the shoulders and shift your hands a little bit further forward on the dumbbells. Same again. You might want to rock forward a little bit here. Okay, otherwise you keep them on the shoulders and then try and come up to standing again. Okay, just a little bit trickier. Okay, another variation. 3rd variation, we'll go for like 5 more here. Okay, so dumbbells on shoulders, then come up to standing. Good, let's go 1 more. Okay, and we can rest there. Nice, good work. Okay, right. Same again, but different. Dumbbells on shoulders. Okay, this time we're going to go for a double shoulder press at the top, okay? So up to standing, 1, 2, back onto shoulders and down again. Let's go, nice. Let's go for 5 of them. Let's go. Up, 1, 2, and down. Good. Up. There you are. Sit to stands for shoulders. Good. Or shoulders for sit to stands, who knows? 4, good. 1 more. Nice work, well done. And you can rest There. Whew. Have a moment. Have a moment. Okay. Right. The ultimate floor to press here. And we do these squats usually, but let's do a floor to press, sit to stand. Shuffle forward on your chairs just a little bit. Okay, so you can use one dumbbell here if you wanted to as well. So we're going to go a little bit wider with the feet on these ones. Okay, so a little bit wider on the feet. So we change foot position just a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go touch the floor, onto shoulders, up and press. Controlled into your chair. Good. Touch the floor, onto shoulders, up and press. Yes, good. A little bit wider with the feet. Control back into the chair. We'll go for 5 of these. Down, up, and press. Good. All right. Down, up, and press. Good. A little bit of control on the way down, up, and press. Good. Well done. Rest there. Good. Right. Okay. Narrow feet. Narrow feet. Bring your feet together. Okay. So we are going to go for up, step to the right, bicep curl, sit down again, up, step to the left, bicep curl, back, sit down again. Okay. So I'll do a little demonstration here. Hands at the sides. Okay. A little rock to get forward if you need to, but otherwise we're going to come up, step, bicep curl, and then down, feet together. Okay. So we step out from narrow feet into a wide feet. Okay. So we go up, step to the left, bicep curl, step back, sit down. Yes. Up, step to the right, bicep curl. Yes. Into our chair. Oh, we're going to have to do 6 here. Otherwise we'll be uneven. Leaving here, walking around in circles. Can't have that. 1 more each side. Hopefully you finish on the same side. Over to the left. Good. And you can sit down. Nice work. Well done. Okay. Rest there. All right. So pop 1 dumbbell down. This is a challenge, this one. Okay. This is a challenge. There's something called a Turkish get-up. And it's where you get from the floor all the way up to standing. But we're going to do the gym's get-up. Okay, so right arm above the head. Okay, what we're going to try and do here is we're going to try and keep the dumbbell above our head. Just do what you can. You could do this without just your hand in the air if you wanted to. Depends how. I'd probably go for a little staggered foot position here. And I don't mind if we've got left hand on our left thigh here. Dumbbell in right hand above the head, left hand on left thigh, and we just try and come up to standing. And we try and sit down again with the hand above our head. Okay, and if that feels difficult, go body weight or a lighter weight. Okay, if that feels super easy without the hand on the thigh, and we come up, we try and get up. That is a challenge. Well done. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit of a shoulder press either. Okay, so you can start with the shoulder and then press up as you come up. Okay, so do what you can. All right, let's go. We'll go 5 each arm here. So up. A little staggered foot position as well. So you can have your right foot a little bit further forward than your left. Gives you a bit more purchase. Okay, good. God, blimey. And you can rest there. It's just tiring holding up the dumbbell through those. All right. Swap hands. Okay, swap sides. Again, just come forward with your right foot a little bit, left foot a little bit further back. So you've got a bit staggered foot position. Left arm above the head. And we go. We try and get up to standing. Yes, good work. The gyms, get up. Nice. Good, well done. I like it. Oh my goodness, right. 4. Oh, goodness. And 5. Yes, good work, well done. You can sit down, rest there. Right. That was good. Okay. Grab your dumbbell. Have a sip of your drinks if you want to. As well. Right, we've got a few more. Actually, just 1 dumbbell again. Sorry. 1 dumbbell again. Okay, so as I said to you earlier, you stay where you are. I'll demonstrate. As I said to you earlier, if you hold your arms out front, even just body weight, you're going to control yourself back into the chair a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take our dumbbell, hold it in either end. Okay, we'll have regular foot position. We're going to come up to standing, arms out, and then we're going to use that to go into our chair as slowly as we can. Okay, so we use that weight out in front of us as like a sort of like a balance, you know, when you like old-fashioned set of scales, really. Okay, so out with the arms, stand up, and then arms out, slow into your chairs, and just having that dumbbell out front will hopefully just slow it all down. So we just spend a lot of time in tension through the legs. Okay, so we'll go for 5 of these. These are going to be the last ones before we go back to the original ones. Okay, let's go up, and then keep your arms long, nice and slow into your chair. Slow. That's it. Go up and slow into your chair. Nice. Good work. Well done. Up. Okay. Last one. Slow into your chair. Nice work, everybody. Well done. Well done. I feel like we should finish with one more lively one. Let's do that. Okay. Right. We'll do a balanced one. Okay. So last one dumbbell. All right. We're going to go dumbbell into chest here. Okay. We're going to go up and we're going to go knee drive. Okay. So a bit of a march. Seated up into knee drive. Okay. Seated into knee drive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go up. Knee drive. I'll tell you what, as a special treat, we'll finish for 30 seconds here. Okay, knee drive. That's it. Back down. 1 dumbbell in the chest. Knee drive. Little hold at the top of that knee drive, maybe. A little balance there. A little second or 2. Well done. There you are. Sit to stands for balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can rest there. Well done. Dumbbells down. Right. Have a moment. Give me a moment. And we're going to finish with 5 of our regular sit to stands. Oh, I should have counted. It's over 50. It's over 50. Right. Back to the original ones. Okay. Last 5 today. All right. Back to the original ones. Do what you can. Try and think about how they felt at the start. Okay. And hopefully, if not now, that will work towards getting in and out of a chair, building a bit of leg strength in the future too. Okay. So 5 sit to stands, best you can. Up you come. Yeah, that doesn't feel as taxing as it did before. I really had to drive through my legs to come up standing earlier. Okay. Up. Oh, that's all right. Feel good? Feel nice? Okay. 3 to go to finish. Nice work, everybody. Well done. And we're going to go 2. And last one. Whoa. Well done. Up. And down. And you can rest there. Well done, everybody. Well done. I think I've got a client that calls them stands to sits because he always starts standing up. And I was like, well, that's true, isn't it? It stands to sits. Well done, everybody. Well done. That is workout completed. Sit to stand variations. Healthy Habits Club on Thursday. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you all 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for workouts. Well done, everybody. And see you along the way. Yeah, it's good fun. So many. I was just thinking